Okay. I'm going to talk about scales today. Hey Abby, how you doing, mate? You alright? I can't always see everybody that's joining, but say hello if you can. Hey Michael, how you doing, man? How you doing, mate? Good to see everybody. Cool, man. Okay, so let's get this started. So what are scales? Okay, so scales are a bunch of notes that make up a made from a formula that you can create solos and melodies with, right? Good, Abby, glad you're well. So the motorways of the fretboard, basically what I'm trying to say is that you've got all these scales, right? And you need to know how to connect them. So there's certain parts on the fretboard that you go between, which create roads or motorways. It's almost like if you learn your scales in all the different positions on the fretboard, you kind of got all that knowledge to be able to create and just create solos as you go. All right, Greg. And these places on the fretboard that the notes are on, then you need to just kind of picture them a little bit and learn them. Your muscle memory will learn them anyway. So that's the key point here. So when you're learning them, your muscle memory will learn them. And then after that, you know, they should light up automatically, you know. And so for instance, say if you've got your A minor scale, A minor pentatonic, you've got that. And then you've got the same scale, but it's moved up. So there's different patterns that you need to get your head around with. All right, everybody, thanks for joining. Right, so you've got the same scale, but moved up. Now, they share the same notes, but they're different places on the fretboard. So they're like intersections which combine the two. So say, for instance, we're playing our A minor pentatonic. So whoever's playing along, you know what you're doing, just keep going over it. Now, what I did there was immediately going to pattern number 2, which is made up from another place. Same notes though, believe it or not, you're just going higher in the on the actual fretboard. So that's what you need to get your head around. And then you obviously you got to learn how to actually solo and be able to do that. But that's a whole different lesson. But I need everybody to learn their scales first of all, so we're able to do that. So you've got your A minor, pentatonic, and you've got the same here as well. Now the best place for you to combine these notes would be probably on the top 3 strings. So say if you're messing around here, for instance, you can then move to the second position, and that second position immediately gives you a different feel, different place to go, and your ideas should light up a little bit, you know, and the different things you can do. So that's the idea. You're trying to keep yourself actively thinking about it. Some people think about what they're about to play before they actually play it. That's good as well, but they've got to know where to go first of all. So that's why you need to learn them. You can't just get away with it and think, oh, it's fine, I pictured it. It's good to know the different keys and the different scales and stuff. So what you can do is you can play in the first position, and then you go to the second position. Like my t-shirt. Yeah, it has got nice stripes in it. Thank you, Greg. So, okay, so let's get back to the lesson, Greg. All right, okay, so you got your A minor pentatonic, you're playing in these different scales, and you're able to link them together. The places to link them together are the really important things, right? And the G, moving up to the second position, is a great place to do it. You know, and you can actually sing it a little bit in your head before you do it. George Benson was great at scatting with his guitar. He could play the notes and also scat with them as well. So that's another thing you might want to get your head around. You know, make sure you ask me questions, guys, as well. If you need anything, you know, explaining, not so much you, Greg. You can either get a guitar or just or keep out the conversation if you're just going to talk about my t-shirt. Anyway, so lucky I know you. Right. Anyway, so yeah, basically you want to make sure you know your 2 minor pentatonic positions, first position, second position. Get those under your belt and you're able to move them around. Like I said, George Benson was a great guy that you can check out to sort of see how he plays with the actual guitar. It's called scatting. It's his own way of doing it. And also backing tracks. Do any of you guys play to backing tracks? Say for instance, you go on YouTube and you write in A minor backing track, solo, blues or something, yeah, and then something will come up and you can grab it and you're able to just play along to it, and that makes your practicing creative, right? So say for instance you had something like something simple. I'm only making these nice and simple. All right, that would sound better under a backing track than just by itself. Although it sounds all right by itself, but you'll be able to put it into context, all right? And then you can go back down, and you can resolve it a little bit. So make sure you get your backing tracks out, have a listen to stuff, and get a little bit inspired that way, all right? And make sure you make your practice musical. I've always said that. Yeah, backing tracks are awesome. Yeah, that's great. Metal ones, cool. That's good. Yeah, it's tons on YouTube, isn't there, to look at? And you know, some of them don't sound brilliant, but the point is that you're able to just give it a go and, you know, make sure that you have some fun practicing. Otherwise, you're just sitting there just playing without timing. That's another thing, isn't it? You're playing with timing too. So if you've got a backing track, you've actually got the drummer behind you, you've got everything else behind you. And a lot of people make that mistake of not practicing to something like a metronome or a backing track. And that's another thing you need to get your head around, yeah? Cool. So if you want to learn more scales and stuff like that, make sure you take a look at my website, www.alpascalonline.com, and check out my deals there. And you're able to sort of download the subscription course and check it out and see what you think about it. It's got all tons of stuff on there. So have you been doing some writing, Abby? I heard you've been doing some writing, mate. And Anna as well. Maybe even Greg. That'd be cool to sort of check out what you've been doing. We need to hook up and do something, because you can play lots of different styles, if I remember, and we were able to just you know, put some songs into context and mess around a little bit and write together. So make sure you come up with some things. Yeah, you've been doing some songs. Good. How are you finding that? Are you finding it a little bit tricky? Are you finding it hard to get one piece to go to another piece, another two sections to go together? Yeah. You've done a few. Good. That's wicked. I've seen some of your stuff. It's always been really, really cool. Make sure you keep them coming. Send me some stuff. I'm always able to help and send you a bit of feedback. I'm fine to do stuff like that. Just get it down and send it off. Don't be too scared. I think a lot of people do get a little bit put off sending things to people. I remember taking my tunes into school and my friends making fun of me a little bit. So you just got to put it out there and see who salutes it. And keep doing it slowly. You'll get somebody that will. Anyway, cool. Yeah, guitar and solos. Okay, well, you know, why don't you send over a little snippet and we'll check it out, Abby. And what we'll do is I'll give you a few ideas or a few little motifs. Sometimes it just takes a little motif, you know, and the right notes, knowing the right notes. Again, I'm going back to this scale thing, aren't I? Where you've got your scales and all the rest of it. Yeah, and you don't think they're great. Well, you know what? You've got to start somewhere, and you might go back to them and improve them. But if you've got nothing, you've got nothing. You've got to make sure you've got, you know, something in there. You got to just get them out. Just do it. You've got to do it. You've got to make sure you practice them and at least record some sort of demos and show people. Don't be scared. It's really important to do that. You need other people to listen to them. Otherwise, you never know how you can improve them. And I know what it's like. You know, I know what it's like. Yeah, cool. Hi Anna, how are you? You're right. You've been writing as well. How many songs have you written recently? Or are you still writing that other one? Who's there? Who else is there anyway? There's a few other people. I've got Greg and I've got Abby. Whoever else is out there can have give me a quick hello. Anyway, right. So we're talking about these motorways on the fretboard or highways, or these avenues that connect all the scales. Let's look at another one. Right, we might as well. So say if you've got your G major. So you're going up and down there, and you've got another position here, ready? There, so I'm really just going up a position. Right, I know they're just scales at the moment, but those things can create into melodies. Yeah, you just got to kind of put yourself into a place where you've got some backing or you've got some chords. You need the chords behind you, don't you? Yeah, you wrote a new one. Good, wicked. I'd like to hear it when we do our lesson, Anna. That'd be great. So, you know, you want to take yourself little motifs and find something that your ear grabs onto, like do-do-do-do-do. You know, that'd be nice. Do it somewhere else on the fretboard. You know, little tricks like that, they're great for things, you know. You want to try and play all the different instruments and mix them together, but I need to find something to record it on. Wow, cool. Well, you need to get yourself a setup, don't you? That's what you need. It's good that you know all the instruments. I know that you play a lot of different things. Yeah, you need to get yourself something. Macs are expensive though, aren't they? But you know what? There are the digital ways of recording, and I'll tell you what, I'll send some links over to you, and you know, we could discuss cheaper options, all right? So we'll have a chat about that. You've probably looked into it yourself. I'm sure you have. You're always very good at stuff like that, but I'm here to help if you need to, all right? So, yeah, so playing scales and the interconnecting motorways and sections, cross sections, you just need to know the whole fretboard so you're able to go from one place to another, all right? And then that will give you power. promise you, you'll be able to picture it and you won't get lost. You won't go, what's that? What's that? You'll be going through and finding another place to do it, you know? Okay, and that's just me going up the scale. I'm not even making it that interesting. I'm not playing what's called a sequence. I bet you guys, some of you might know what a sequence is. That's even trickier, but it's something you need to know as well. I'd love to hear it as well. Yeah, cool. And so sequences, yeah, talking about sequences, they're patterns within scales, and you can use them to make your solos a little bit more interesting. But we're not going to go into that today. As a whole different new live. What I want you to know and to go through would be your scales to start with. Try with your minor pentatonic first position and second position, and then maybe your G major as well. All right, and if you go through those two things, we'll be able to do it. Okay, cool. You guys are going to be sharing your songs together. That's really nice. Do it, man. I can't wait to hear all of them. Right, okay, cool. Good stuff. All right, well, guys, it's been good tuning in. I hope you practice your scales and make sure you connect your scales together, guys. All right, so really look at this video, Anna and Abby especially. Check out the different places in the fretboard that you can interconnect them. I think you know a little bit about this anyway, but let's keep learning these things, all right, and moving forward with it all. But we'll talk about sequences one day, which is another interesting thing, all right? Okay, cool. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to check out my website, it's www.alpascalonline.com. There's a whole subscription there you guys can delve into with lots of different things, from songs to riffs to all of it. And there's some really good deals as well, so which I can tell you a little bit about another time. But for now, keep rocking out and doing what you're doing, and I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. Yeah, you guys are great, man. See you later. Bye.